Hi, welcome back to Valley News Live. We're taking a look here in Fargo off to the southwest direction where we can't see that snow yet, but it's on its way. We have some first alert weather days for you starting this evening, moving into tomorrow morning, as we're going to see some pretty heavy snow, a pretty fast mover, but it's going to dump a lot of snow on us. We have 27 degrees here in Fargo. That wind out of the east-southeast at 5 miles an hour, making it feel like it's 22. Elsewhere, temperatures mostly in the east, we're seeing those temperatures in the 20s, and in the west, we're seeing those temperatures in the mid to upper teens for folks out there. And a look at the regional radar, we see that system brewing out in western South Dakota. It's making its way toward us. We have some frontal snow making its way into our area, into the Lakes Country and our southern counties as a result of that warm front associated with this system. Now, we're also seeing some snow for folks well to our west as well. Now, as we continue through the afternoon, though, we're going to keep seeing those clouds, of course, as that snow makes its way in during the early afternoon hours. And by that evening commute, we'll see that I-20 or I-94 corridor west of Fargo, pretty compromised. Some heavy snow for folks there. And that I-29 corridor south of Fargo, also seeing some pretty heavy snow. And pay attention to these purple colors. That's where we could see snowfall rates of about 1 to 2 inches per hour. And again, this thing's moving pretty quickly, but with snowfall rates like that, we're going to see a lot of snow dump on us. And by 10 o'clock tonight, we're going to see that large band of heavy snow moving through the Fargo area and points south, again, along that I-29 corridor, while places in Lakes Country, we could see some thunderstorms and some mixed precipitation and even maybe some thunder snow associated with this system, especially at that time. And as we move later into the evening toward about midnight, we're going to see that heavy band of snow start to fall apart just a little bit as it moves its way to the east and to the north, but we're still going to be picking up pretty heavy snowfall rates at that point. Up to the north and to the west, things are looking much better there. Lighter snow for folks in our northern reaches. And by the early morning hours, about 3 a.m., that heavy band of snow is out of here, but we're still dealing with some pretty significant snowfall at that point. And those winds, while this is a heavier type of snow, the winds could be enough to cause some issues with some blowing snow as we move into the early morning, about 7 o'clock here. And that snow is pushing its way out. Some of those gusty winds are still continuing for folks in the south. And as we head out the door tomorrow, that snow should be mostly out of here. We could still be dealing with some lingering snow showers. And by lunch, things are looking all right. We have that north wind continuing, temperatures in the 20s for most in the east, some upper teens for folks out to our northwest in the Devil's Lake Basin. And by tomorrow evening, we have a much calmer evening on our hands. That wind starting to decrease, even some clearing skies for some folks by the time we start heading off to bed. Now, outside of that first alert weather day on today and tomorrow, we have a pretty calm week ahead of us. Sun comes out on Thursday. Those temperatures right around 30 degrees for the rest of the week, give or take a degree here or there. A bit cloudy this weekend, and next week rather, we're watching another system way off into the distance, and we'll keep you updated on that one. We just have to get through this one first.
Well, I mean, at least it's not the negative 20s, negative 30s that we were saying a few months ago.
Now we're on the positive.
Yes, we're on the come up.
Yep.
Thank you, Jim.